Picture this. You've got an overflowing courtroom. The tension is incredibly thick. News cameras are literally lined wall to wall, and reporters have snapped up every single available seat. We're jumping right into this explainer today because we have a truly fascinating, high-stakes mystery to unpack. At the center of all this chaos, a staggering legal battle. On one side, you have billionaire restaurant owner Victor Langley, and on the other, a 24-year-old waitress named Sophia Carter. The entire room is holding its breath, and let me tell you, the details of this case are absolutely incredible.
So the big question on everyone's mind is, why exactly was Sophia facing such an astronomically massive lawsuit? Well, to understand the sheer panic in that room, you really have to look at the scale of this thing. $10 million. That's what Victor Langley was suing her for. The accusation on paper was corporate theft. Victor's legal team claimed Sophia had stolen highly confidential company information. We're talking a supposed act of corporate espionage that allegedly caused his massive restaurant chain millions in devastating losses.
Now, I want you to think about the literal David versus Goliath power imbalance here. It's wild. Victor Langley is a billionaire with a net worth over $4 billion, backed by this ruthless, top-tier legal team of 15 attorneys. He is the absolute picture of corporate dominance. And then you have Sophia. She's a 24-year-old single mom working 2 jobs, 0 savings, relying entirely on one probably very exhausted public defender. It was a completely disproportionate fight, and honestly, Sophia's situation looked desperately bleak.
And to make matters worse, the media had already aggressively convicted her in the court of public opinion. I mean, headlines were everywhere screaming, "Waitress destroys billion-dollar empire." Meanwhile, Sophia just sat there silently in the courtroom, completely terrified. She knew the stakes couldn't possibly be higher. Losing this $10 million case wouldn't just ruin her life financially, right? It would permanently destroy any chance of a future for her and her young son. She was quite literally fighting for her life.
Things got even worse when the prosecution presented a damning sequence of events caught on security footage. First, Sophia is seen entering Victor's office after hours. Next, she's opening files. Then, she's actively using his computer. And finally, she is copying documents. The courtroom actually gasped. To Victor, his 15 lawyers, and pretty much everyone watching, it looked like an inescapable open and shut case of corporate espionage. The evidence just seemed to speak for itself. At this point, even Sophia's own lawyer looked totally defeated. The judge, clearly looking for some kind of explanation, sighed and asked her the million-dollar question. Why were you in that office? The tension in that room was so thick you could cut it with a knife. But Sophia? She just lowered her head. She absolutely refused to answer. She remained completely silent, refusing to defend herself, while Victor just smugly laughed it off, assuming her silence was the ultimate proof of her guilt. The judge warned her, he said her silence could severely hurt her case, but she just nodded. Finally, after staying silent for the entire trial, Sophia looked directly at Victor and delivered this incredibly cryptic line. She said, "I was keeping a promise." The atmosphere in the room shifted instantly. Victor looked totally confused. He demanded to know what promise she was talking about. But Sophia, once again, said absolutely nothing.
Instead of speaking, she slowly reached into her bag. She pulled out a piece of physical evidence and handed it directly to the judge. It was this 20-year-old, heavily folded, faded restaurant receipt. The judge looked super confused at first, but then his expression completely changed as he read the back of it over and over again. Written there were these exact 7 handwritten words. "Feed her until I come back." And it was signed by Victor Langley. The moment the judge read this out loud, the billionaire instantly stood up and all the color just completely drained from his face.
So what is going on here? To understand this, we have to go back 20 years to a terrible snowstorm in Chicago. Victor wasn't a billionaire back then. He just owned a small diner. A hungry, cold 7-year-old girl named Sophia walked in. Her mom was in the hospital, and she was all alone. Victor gave her hot chocolate and food, and right before rushing out for a delivery, he wrote that exact note on the receipt. But later that night, tragedy struck. Victor was hit by a drunk driver. He spent months in the hospital, faced bankruptcy, and spent years rebuilding his life from absolutely nothing. Through all that struggle, he completely forgot the little girl. But she never, ever forgot him.
So this brings us to her real motive. Why was Sophia really at that computer, risking literally everything? She told the silent courtroom that she had waited 20 long years for him to, quote, come back. When his restaurant chain finally opened in her city, she immediately applied for a job.
Sophia wasn't in that office stealing trade secrets or causing millions in losses. No, she was frantically searching for original, decades-old employee records. She was desperate to find those old files as proof that his miraculous act of kindness from that snowy night had actually happened.
But wait a minute, if Sophia was just looking for old records, why on earth was she being sued for $10 million for leaking corporate secrets? Well, this explainer takes a massive turn right here. In an explosive mid-trial twist, Sophia's lawyer abruptly stands up and drops a bombshell. It turns out Victor's own chief financial officer was the real thief. The CFO had been the one leaking those highly confidential company secrets, and he had basically used the security footage of Sophia in the office to brilliantly frame the waitress as the perfect scapegoat.
What happened next was just rapid-fire chaos. The defense displayed internal emails, memos, and financial records that proved the CFO's guilt beyond a shadow of a doubt. Absolute shock rippled through the gallery. Federal agents entered the room immediately, and the CFO was arrested right then and there, on the spot. And through all this absolute insanity, Victor Langley just sat there silently, entirely paralyzed in stunned realization. Slowly, Victor stood up, walked directly over to Sophia, and asked her this incredibly emotional question. He said, "Why didn't you tell me who you were?" Sophia just smiled at him and delivered this powerful, unforgettable response. She told him that she simply wanted to know if kindness still mattered when nobody was watching. The entire room felt dead silent as the weight of her words hit the billionaire. Victor just lowered his head. He immediately turned to the judge and withdrew all the charges. Then he looked at Sophia and gave her a profound, deeply emotional public apology. But he didn't stop there. He turned to the jury, he turned to the reporters, and he openly acknowledged how far he had strayed from the generous man he used to be in that small Chicago diner. He told the courtroom, 20 years ago, I fed a hungry child for one night. Today, she reminded me who I used to be. Now, outside the courthouse, the story took one more totally unexpected turn. Victor approached Sophia and offered her a massive $1 million settlement to make up for the absolute nightmare he had put her through. The reporters literally gasped. Everyone fully expected her to take the money, but shockingly, Sophia refused it. When a stunned Victor asked her why, she just held up that old, faded receipt, smiled and said the money wasn't what she came for. She came because after 20 years, he finally came back. The Comeback Foundation. Free food for kids in need. Fast forward 6 months, and Victor launched this amazing foundation ensuring that any hungry child eats for free, absolutely no questions asked. And this brings us to the really beautiful legacy of this entire story. Today, inside every single one of Victor's restaurants, a small frame hangs near the entrance. Inside is a copy of that old, faded receipt with those 7 life-changing words. And the most touching part? The story ends with Victor quietly visiting one of his restaurants, spotting a young, scared boy sitting alone, giving him a burger, and writing those exact same 7 words on a new receipt. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What kind of legacy of kindness are you leaving behind, especially when nobody is watching? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep asking the right questions.